Hi, I'm Amanda Freed, and I'm coming to you live from the core at La Encantada, where we're continuing to bring you the programs that you love and support you through this time. I'm super grateful to be here, even though I'm at the core without you in person. I'm grateful to still be presenting for you. And we've had meditations all through this month, and we'll be back next week starting a whole new presentation. You can catch us on tmcaz.com, our YouTube channel, or our Facebook Live. So there are so many ways that you can get this live stream. And if you have any questions or concerns or even comments, feel free to type in while we're streaming or send them along after. We're happy to support you in any way that we can. So this month we've been working on sowing the seeds of joy, sowing the seeds of new intention for the new year, even though we didn't set solid intentions the way we usually do. We have been just gently sowing some seeds. And before I forget to remind you, next month we're working on centering the mind, entering the heart, because February is Heart Health Month. So we'll continue to come at this same time every Tuesday. So please join us. Today, though, what I've had in mind is that, with the country, with the world being separated in the way that it has been, we have to remember that everything we think, do, and say is sowing a seed of some sort. Meaning, if I have a negative thought or treat somebody in a negative way, it doesn't just hold for that moment, right? I am, even sometimes without knowing it, maybe I say something and I don't think about it. And that person might think about it for another week or 10 days or a month or a year. You know how we tend to ruminate over things. So we have to realize that everything, every action, every word that we say has the opportunity to have a snowball effect of building up in our own minds and in somebody else's mind. Or did you ever say something to somebody and then think, oh my gosh, why did I say that? I didn't mean that. And that wasn't really the right thing. And how did they take it? So you see, everything grows, right? Everything has the opportunity to grow in one direction or another. So to be mindful about, what is it that I want to grow? I want to grow peace. I want to grow joy. I want to grow connection with other people. And how do I do that? Now, I'm from New York, and I also happen to be a Sagittarian. And so those things combined can let my mouth run off a little bit sometime in directions that I don't want it to, in directions that I'm not real happy about. So I tend to take a gap if I used to think when I was younger, man, I'm really having an emotion about this thing right now. I need to call this person right now. I'm upset or I'm angry. Let me take care of this right now. And as I got older, I said, that's probably not the best time to have a conversation. And so now I have a 24-hour rule. So if I'm having some big emotions about something, I might write it down. I might think it through and then wait 24 hours before I talk to somebody about something. And that time tends to soften my intent. It tends to soften my delivery. Sometimes I don't even bother saying what I was going to say, what I thought needed so desperately to be said. And I remember, what are the seeds that I would like to sow? And if those seeds are joy and love and connection, I have to be super careful about what I want to say. And the same with ourselves. Like if I get up and maybe I've misplaced my keys or something like that, if I say, oh my God, I can't believe how stupid that was, I'm setting in that seed of that I think I'm stupid, or that, and it's just, I've done something human. And so it's the same with self-talk and with self-intention. What are the seeds that I want to sow for my connection with myself? So this is a little bit different than we've been doing the past few weeks, but this is just really having a mindfulness and remembering. It's the same with food. If I put something healthy into my mouth, then it's going to grow my body into something healthier. If I put something not so unhealthy in my mouth, well, what is it growing? in my body, maybe a little bit of disease, maybe a little bit of guilt about what I ate. So this idea of living a mindful, intentional life, knowing that everything I say, do, think, act, eat is sowing the seed of something. And that helps me to remember what it is I want to sow in my life and in the lives of others. So I'm going to guide you through a meditation for about 15 minutes now. So connect with your breath, right? Hopefully by now you've found yourself a comfortable seat, someplace that you feel like you can not necessarily be disturbed in. Now, there's going to be noises from outside. There might be people in the house or outside or pets around. Don't worry, they'll calm down. But find yourself that place where you can be at ease in your body. That doesn't mean you have to sit very rigid. It doesn't mean you have to sit on the floor on a cushion or something. Find a place where you can be in comfort, because you want to sow the seeds of ease and comfort in meditation, not of rigidity, not of rules or some outside reflection of what you think you should look like. Meditation is about being easy and gentle and soft with yourself. You find that easy, gentle, soft seat. Allowing the eyes to close down gently if you haven't already. And then connecting with your breath in an easeful, gentle way. Just noticing the breath, not trying to force the breath in any way. Just listening to or watching. Some of us are auditory, some of us are visual. The breath come in and out. If the breath feels short or choppy or stagnated in some way, just notice that as well. You don't have to change it or make a judgment about it. Just notice the breath. Notice as you have your attention on the breath, has it changed a little bit? The breath might have gotten a little smoother or deeper just by paying a gentle attention to it. Now placing as much of your attention on the breath as you can, following the path of the breath as far as you can. So you might notice the cool air coming in through your nostrils. You might feel the breath go down the back of your throat. You might feel the lungs inflate or even the belly. No judgment of how far you can follow the path of the breath. And then on the same intent, follow the path of the breath on the exhale. The mind might wander away. Remember not to sow the seeds of self-judgment. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath. Following the path of the breath as best you can. Without trying too hard. Now, once the breath has settled into a comfortable place, we'll gently check the muscles of the body. Just notice if there's any holding that we can release as we move into our meditative state. Checking in first with the low jaw, allowing your low jaw to release from the upper jaw. Let the lips part gently, the teeth part gently. The low jaw might even slide back slightly, elongating the neck. Allow any tension in the joint of the jaw. So where the upper jaw and the lower jaw meet just in front of the ear, allow any tension that's there to be released. And then the muscles at the sides of the scalp, just above and around the ears, can release. Let the skin of the forehead be smooth, and the eyebrows can slide down or even out toward the temples. So all the muscles around the face, around the mouth, around the eyes can just release. Allow the muscles at the sides of your neck to release. And allow the shoulders to sit with just a little bit of buoyancy. So they don't need to be up by the ears, nor do they need to be depressed down toward the waistline. As you inhale, try to feel kind of a floating feeling of the shoulders just coming even with the base of your neck. Let the arms hang heavy by your sides. Notice if you've got any tension in the hands as they either sit on top of one another on your lap or on your thighs. And they don't need to be any specific way. The hands just fall how they do. Now notice the expansion of your rib cage on your inhale. Allow those very elastic muscles in between your ribs to expand, to allow more breath in. Feel like the lungs inflate like two balloons. And on the exhale, just slightly releasing down so you can keep that expansion from the inhale. Now on the next inhale, let the belly inflate. Allow the muscles of the belly to be soft and full. Not worried about having a tight washboard stomach right now. Then feel your hips weighty down into the seat beneath you. Just completely surrendering into that seat. Letting the muscles of the legs and feet release. And breathe where you are. Notice how it feels to be in your body right now. You can go ahead and do a little check again, see if there's any areas of tension still in the body, neck, shoulders, low back, knees. Just sending one more moment of attention there. Kind of just in this moment, telling the body, I see you, I recognize you, I'm grateful for this body that I get to move around in, no matter what the age or condition of that body is. We sow the seeds of gratitude and appreciation for this body. Now bring your awareness to something that may have happened this week that maybe didn't sow the best of seeds. Maybe you said something to somebody that they took offense to, or somebody said something to you. And from this safe place of relaxation, just recognize how much that resonated. Just notice how maybe one little comment grew, or one little action grew into something bigger. No guilt or shame or judgment, just recognizing how much small action, word can grow. And just let that go. Let the focus on that go. Now bring to mind something that happened this week. Maybe somebody shared some good news or brought you something delicious to eat, complimented an outfit. And just notice how that little positive action expanded within you. So if it was something somebody brought you to eat or shared with you or cooked for you, notice how nurturing that was. Not only did it nourish your body, but it was heartwarming. Maybe you made yourself something to eat that was delicious. Not only did it nourish your body, it made you feel nurtured as a human. Maybe somebody paid you a compliment or asked them to help you, which made you feel valuable. Just notice some small things from this week that originally seemed insignificant, but really stayed with you. Sowing the seeds of love, friendship, connection, compassion. Notice how long after that positive action were you affected? And then didn't it make you want to share that? Then weren't you in a mind of doing something nice for somebody else? So not only is that seed grown within you, we share it. Maybe somebody asked for your help. And that let you know you were important in their lives. So we sow a seed of trust and vulnerability. You just notice how that feels in your body. And again, as we have throughout this month, maybe now choose one or two seeds that you'd like to plant in your own awareness. Maybe it's more helping that you want to do, or more friendliness. Maybe you'd like to decide to not nourish seeds of judgment. For the next few moments, decide what are those seeds you'd like to plant. Going forward, and maybe you're thinking about things that were positive from this past week. So the practice of meditation is not always about just clearing the mind. Practice of meditation is choosing what to focus on. When we set an intent from this space, it's very powerful, and we remember it as we move through our daily lives. And now, even notice those seeds that you've planted over the last month beginning to grow, beginning to sprout beneath the earth, even rearing their heads, bursting into flower with all the colors that make you feel really good. So the seeds of love and compassion, kindness, friendliness are blossoming. And around you, you've got a full garden of beautiful sights, fragrances. Maybe there's a dense carpet of loam underneath your feet. Just notice yourself surrounded with the beauty of the seeds that you have sown all this month. The garden of abundance, joy, love, compassion, kindness. This is a reality that you can absolutely create for yourself. Now bringing the awareness back to the breath, knowing you don't want to leave that place, and it will always be there for you. But now turning the attention back to the moment, to the body, to the breath, to the room. Maybe beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, or stretching gently. And then in your own time, allowing the eyes to blink open. Maybe looking around the room that you're in. The eyes might want to close back down again, and that's fine. But ultimately allowing the eyes to open. If you can continue to stay in meditation, if you've got that option, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we come back, always coming out of meditation very slowly. I like to check in with my neck and my shoulders, make sure I can keep that relaxed state about me. So knowing how important you are, knowing how important your thoughts and your actions are to you and to other people. To stay in this place of mindfulness, knowing that what I do in this moment will reverberate out. And choosing what I want that to look like. And remembering the beautiful garden that you've created about you. I'm Amanda Freed. I can be reached at amandafreed25@gmail.com if you'd like to continue studies with me, or if you have any questions or comments. For now, I come to you from the core, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.